day, viewers. You are welcome to our station channels. I want to appreciate those of you that have been liking and sharing my videos. I have been commenting, especially those that are calling me and making correction on some place that I've made a mistake. I appreciate you all. God bless you all. It shows how you care and how the kind of love you have for me. Thank you. Like as I always tell people, Jesus Christ is the best thing that can happen to a man. A man without Jesus Christ, you are missing a lot. So if you have not given your life to Jesus, I really want you to have a taste of Jesus Christ and give your life to Him. And I know you will not regret it in this world and the world to come, so that your eternity with God will be guaranteed. Thank you. God bless you. Today we want to learn how to cut palazzo trousers. Palazzo trousers. I have already cut it here. I've already cut it. This is what I have already cut down here. This is my palazzo trouser that I have already cut. Look at it. Palazzo trouser is a straight, free trouser that ladies normally wear. It's a straight, free trouser. Straight and free trouser that ladies normally put on. It's free from the hip. It's only the waist that is fitted, but from the hip it's always free. From the hip it is always free. So how I achieve this one, how I achieve it is what I want us to learn. The waist measurement of this customer is, the length is 41. The waist is less 40. Then the hip here is 50. The hip is 50. So for me to achieve what I have here, first of all, I will take the length, which is 41, plus 2 inches for folding at the down of the trouser, then 1 inches for sewing. I added 2 inches for sewing and folding of the down of the trouser. That gives me 43. That is the length of the trouser. Then after that, I come to the waist. The waist is 40, dividing 40 by 4. Remember, you have to fold your fabric into 2. You fold it into 2 for you to, because the front is in 2 parts, 2 pieces. The front of the trouser is 2 pieces, so you fold it into 2. Then I divided 40 by 4, which gives me 10 inches. And I add 1 inches for that allowance, then another 1 inches for sewing allowance. That make it 12 inches. That is what makes this place 12 inches. The waist part of it is 12 inches here. Then these 12 inches that I've gotten here, I will now add 1 inches to it to give me 13. 1 inches plus the 12 give me 13 inches. Then I will add another 1 inch because of the hip of this customer. The hip is, she has hip, so that the trouser will not be, the back part will not be tight. I add another 1 inch, making it 14. Remember, the waist I got 12 inches plus sewing and that allowance. It gave me 12 inches. Then from that, to get the flap, which is from here to here, is the flap. This is the flap. From this point down here is a flap. Is a flap of the trouser. So to get this place, I added the 12 inches I got from the waist. I added 1 inches to it, making it 14 for sewing allowance. Then another 1 inch because of the back, so that the trouser will not be tight when the customer is wearing it. It will not hook her bum. So that was why I added another 1 inch, making it 14. So you see that this one gives me here 14 inches. 14 inches here. So from the waist to the flap is 14 inches. That is what I got from here, 14 inches. Then I will now take from this 14 inches 1 inch upward, 1 inch upward, which I will mark. This place is where I will draw I will join from this place now I will curve it down to the up. So I curve it down to the up and I cut this thing off. I cut it off. Then to get the down of the trouser, the down part of the trouser, to get it, I measure this place. By the time I finish everything, it gives me 15. It gives me 15. So from 15, I remove 1 inch, giving me 14 here. This is where I get my 14. This is where I get the down, which is 14, which is still big enough. After sewing it will still give me space. It will still be big enough to give me that palazzo shape of the trouser. So this is how I got it. So after this, the front, I will now bring the fabrics again and cut the back. I will bring it and cut the back part of it. The back is always bigger and longer than the front. The back is always bigger and longer than the front. Why? Because of the bum bum. Because of the bum bum, it is always bigger and longer. That is wider by the side and longer by the length. By length, this is where the front ended. This is where it ends. And I add 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch to it. I added 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch to make it longer than the front. This is the back now. To make it longer than the front, then I now add here 2 inches to make it wider. Then at the flap end here, I make it 2.5 inches, 2.5, so that it will be wide enough at the back, so that it will be free enough for the customer. So at this place 2.5, then 2.5, then here 2 inches. I will now curve it down and join it to the top, which is giving me this, That was why it is longer than the front. If you look at it, it's longer by 1.5 inch and wider by 2 inches than the front. So this is how to get the palazzo. Then at the bottom end here, I make it 1.5 inch wider, 1.5 inch wider. One and a half inch wider here. So I will now join it to the flap, So this is it. This side is 1.5. Then I join it to the flap. What next is to cut it out. very simple, very simple to cut, and it's also simple to sew. So I want to cut it out now. Then at this side, you open it up, at this side. The reason for the excess, for making the back, the reason for making the back longer than the front, why the back is longer than the front, so that by the time you are sitting down, your bum bum will not be showing. You know, sometimes when some ladies put on trouser, you see their bum bum showing at the back. It is because the back is too short, the flap is too short. So when as now this one that I had added 1.5 inch, you will see that when you wear it, it will balance very well on the waist. That is why it is usually longer than the front part and wider than the front. So this is your palazzo trouser. This is your palazzo trouser, very easy to cut.